Bum
Bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the music of this game. I also
Very
just noticed
soft
that
and
main character is
white.
holding the heart from the logo
Where?
in
Oh,
the bottom shot.
Yeah.
Like, it literally looks like he's about to eat it.
Anyway, we sound fine. Hello, people. It's Bros Game Night. I'm your host, Younger Bro.
I'm your other host, Older Bro.
And we're back with some Katawa Shoujo. Let's load and see
Well, and
how
the other
far
thing
we
is
get.
that other paper, that one was Emmy, right?
Yes.
So it actually does remember that we got Emmy on this save.
Well, we kept those saves.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like it actually remembers that.
Yeah. Anyway, I think I read this.
I don't remember.
Then she
But
disappears from my reach for an undefined period of time.
yeah, in these kind of games, it's one of those things where it's like if we reread a line, like the first line again, it's like who cares?
I love when the fucking chair's on my headphones.
That's a problem.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to move. I don't want the chair on my headphones pulling it. Could ruin it. Hello?
Hello, dew on the grass. I arrived just in time to probably cry.
Probably cry.
Well, I hope that nothing bad's about to happen in this.
No spoilers. I don't do spoilers. I hold true to my promise of honoring Ren's request, even if it's against my own will.
I mean, it's very much against your will,
My
dude.
heart, it was already broken.
Yeah.
Now it's shattered. I tried to redirect my focus into my study, but ended up zoning out during classes. Oh great, I'm becoming Ren. And doing only the minimum amount of work required.
So you've now quit.
Yeah,
the club.
We're not at the
You're
art
not
club
hanging out
anymore.
with Ren, and you're looking into university stuff.
And we're just as depressed as Watermoat. So I start looking into my post-high school options a bit more seriously. I pore over university brochures and various career paths. I'm good at studying. So I want to get to university. I'm pretty sure I could get into a pretty decent one too. There's too many pretties in that sentence. It's too pretty. The only problem is deciding which subject would be the best.
I feel like if they would have put this pretty and like if they would have said I'm pretty good at studying, I'm sure I could get into a pretty decent one. That would be fine.
This sentence
But they
is too
should
pretty.
just cut the
It hurts my
second
eyes.
pretty. It's unnecessary.
I was actually fixing stuff like this in my writing
Good.
earlier. I'm still fixing it. Anyway, Kenji ridicules me.
You're
about
still talking to Kenji?
What kind of guy are you? He makes me laugh, just like Ren, except Ren's much better than this guy. Subjecting myself to the control of feminist teachers when I tell him about trying to get into university. I don't ask him about what he wants to do in the future.
I'm proud of Kenji for thinking that most teachers at universities are are women and feminists. Like,
I mean,
at least someone believes that the higher education isn't just as male dominated.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I didn't get my first male teacher until my second middle school.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That is surprising.
I wonder what Ren thinks of her own future. I bet she's not as lost as I am. And if she is, it's probably in some completely different way.
That's accurate.
I feel somewhat disappointed in finding out that I can't stop thinking about her. But this ain't no thinking thing. Her request makes me worry about her and think about her way, way more. More than I did. I didn't even read the line when I go and see her when I wanted. It bothers me that I can't. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me a lot, and that one's still green! As expected, I eventually crack
You
under the
fool!
pressure. You fool! Late one afternoon, I get on the bus heading downtown with the girl I love. I try to avoid explaining to myself exactly why I'm doing this.
I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm breaking my promise to Ren. I'm not thinking about the fact that I'm breaking my promise to Ren.
And keep thinking about other things for the entire duration of the trip. After a 5-minute walk, I'm starting
Standing.
with the man in the mirror. I'm standing in front of the gallery. I walk past it to the door of the studio. Yeah, I always wrote it as P-A-S-S-E-D. Which one's more correct?
Both. Passed by. So if you say passed by, that's S-S-E-D. But if you say I walk past, that's S-T. So they're not the same. They're used. They both have a similar meaning, but they're used differently.
Well, I know what I have to go back and fix again.
So if you walk past the door, it's ST. If you say I passed by the door, it's SS.
Okay. But at the last moment, I lose my courage and continue on all the way to the next corner. At which point, I turn back. Will Ren hate me if I go and see her? I wonder what she's like when she's angry. You wouldn't like her when she's angry.
I get that feeling.
I've never seen her angry. No, I think
You've seen her forceful. I don't think you've seen her angry. She's like...
We might have seen her frustrated, which
Yeah.
might be close.
Yeah.
The worst thing would be if I actually ruined something by going to see her. Like she seemed to imply would happen. But there's no way that can be true. Can there? It's just one of her quirks. Walk back down the street and end up passing the studio door for the second time. Only this time, as I continue on all the way to the gallery, its owner is standing just outside the door watching me. I thought that was you. What are you doing here? I really don't want to explain the circumstances between me and Ren, so I get flustered and end up mumbling something unclear. She takes stock of me. Is that how that's...
Yep, stock.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. She takes stock of me and then sighs deeply, looking eerily amused
Riley.
somehow. Huh?
Riley.
Riley amused somehow. I hope she didn't misunderstand. Yeah, why is stock used in this?
As in the stock market kind of stock. As in...
I mean,
like,
I get that, but...
That's how you spell that word.
I understand that,
Then I don't understand what you're confused about.
What does stock in the sentence mean?
She, like, measures me up, basically. She just... It's like, literally, she just looks at you, like, kind of up and down, just sighs.
Okay.
It's like, it's taking stock of something.
Would you like to come in? Your teacher's visiting. We are discussing Ren's exhibition. Thanks for the invitation, but I really should. Don't be shy now. Come on in. I follow Sei inside, finding the courage inside me somewhere. Finding that our art teacher indeed is here. Nomiya is standing at the big desk, contemplating what looks like an invitation card. Look what the cat dragged.
Nakai, hello there, my boy.
He doesn't seem to be fazed at all by my appearance. How do you like the invitations? Looks horrifying. I glance at them quickly. They're kind of fancy, with one of Ren's paintings printed on the front cover in shiny gold writing.
Yep.
It almost looks like Scream.
Sorta.
They look fine to me.
They're magnificent. I absolutely love the design and the embossed gold lettering. Fabulous! Good print work, too. You have to tell me where you get these done.
What does Ren think? I haven't asked. She said she'd be fine with my decision anyway. Nomiya laughs.
Boisterously.
Yeah. Still turning the gold-lettered card in his hands.
That's my girl. She wants to focus on the essentials only. Good for her.
Her work is progressing well, too. It seems she's found new inspiration.
I want to bet $1,000 you're right.
I think she's been sort of weird lately. Like, abnormal weird for Ren.
I guarantee that you're gonna walk into this. And you are going to be on one of these paintings.
Or you're
Just-
on all of them. That'd be
I mean, I guess it could be
hilarious.
all of them, but I'm guessing it's not, given that one of them is in the photo and it's not you.
Yeah. It's like she's wrestling with something. With herself, probably. And it makes her confused. She said she had a hard time painting the last time I saw her. Yeah, I'm trying to use, like, she said this, she said that, less and less in my writing. It seems to be resolved now, however. You know she practically lives up there now, right? Sei makes a simple gesture with her hand, as if sweeping my question aside. Sure. Don't you think that's weird? Maybe it is. Still, I think she understands how big an opportunity this is, and is going for it full throttle.
That is true. That is what she's doing.
Fully loaded.
Yep.
Is it really that big? Nomiya sits the card down and brushes some imaginary dust off his jacket.
This is actually, I think this is actually a question where he doesn't know the answer to this. Well, how should I put it? There are times in everyone's lives where something really big washes over you and changes you forever. This could be just that moment for Tezuka.
I see. Yeah, I think I've had something like that happen to me. Yeah, every time I write I see, I do the opposite with the periods. I put them after rather than before.
Oh, instead of I see.
Yeah. I'm referring...
Because, well, it's emphasizing a different thing of, like, I see is, like, where you're pushing out the, I understand. Versus saying, I see.
Yeah, I usually do the other way. I don't do I longer, I do C longer.
Yeah, it's where that one's where you're like thinking before you're literally thinking of like, I see.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, I agree. I usually put the emphasis on the C.
I'm referring to the incident that brought me to Yamaku. Neither of the two adults comments on that, however.
Fair. It might well be that everyone has, or will. At any rate, surrendering oneself to art is a big decision, and a thorny path too. Quite thorny indeed. Tezuka has
hedge clippers.
Yeah. Tezuka has almost everything one needs, but whether she has the will to pull through, that's a different question. I should know that best. I tried going down this path too, but turned away in the end.
Our teacher knows best. Take it from your teacher. Okay.
Yep. Again, technically none of these
I
matter.
know,
So,
but I always say that
and you should.
often.
That's good.
No. I mean,
No,
yes.
I mean,
yes.
yes.
Yes. That's why you're being so supportive when Ren. Why did you turn away from being an artist?
Yeah. So the question is like, are you? They're both about him, but one of them is like more about like his past versus
Her.
versus him focusing on his past versus him focusing on her future. So
Sure, let's talk about Ren. Is that why you're so supportive of Ren? Because you know it's hard? Say answers me instead of the art teacher. Maybe partially. Does it bother you? Well, no, I'm not saying it's a bad thing either, I just don't get it. Like, the studio is an amazing place, but it's not been used in who knows how long. And now that Ren came along, 17 years and 4 months. I raise my eyes to meet Sei's, a calm, calculating stare.
God.
Not unlike Ren's own is fixed upon me. Nomiya usually smiles.
That's how long. It has not been used in 17 years, and he was the one who used it.
It feels like the air pressure in the gallery has suddenly dropped along with the temperature. That is how long it's been since someone worked here. Oh. I guess there's a story to everything. Sei crosses her arms with a quiet sigh and leans against the table. This studio belonged to my husband. He was an artist too. I don't know. He lived up there. Well, we both lived up there for some time after we got married.
We actually met through him, as a matter of fact. To be fair, I was expecting him to be her
Yeah,
husband.
that's
but
why I was
nope.
circling him. Okay.
Friend of husband.
That's right. Anyway, we were young and foolish, or at least I was. We were studying art at the same school, art history for me, painting for him. And as he just said, this was about the time I met your mother.
Teacher.
I had to make a How I Met Your Mother reference.
Yep. Well, I knew where you were going with it.
Anyway, but it was accidental. It wasn't purposeful. Anyway, I fell madly in love with this person, or maybe with his art. He was brilliant. His genius just shone so brightly whenever he put a brush to canvas. Voice takes an almost reverent sort of tone as she reminisces about her husband. I look at her hands and notice that she's not wearing a button band. And on top of that, she keeps speaking in the past tense. He really was the kind of artist who would make history books, one with a direct line to God.
Hey, they put capital G God in that.
That's what I thought.
I think I said that earlier.
Yes, you mentioned this.
I think we all knew that he was something else back then, even the teachers.
That genius, well, I'd say it consumed him. Everything, absolutely everything, was second to his art, like a black void on a canvas. Be it social life, getting a job, or even me, it just wasn't as important. Seems that artists can't look at their work as just a job, you know? It's something more fundamental to them. It was hard to live with a person like that. Hard to get married to a person like that. She takes a pause and looks to see if I understood. I guess the point of the story hasn't emerged yet.
The point of the story is that you like Ren, dumbass.
Yeah, that or I missed it. So how do you cope with it? My question, probably the exact one she was waiting for, draws a dry chuckle over. However, I could. Sometimes it was hard, sometimes I fooled myself into believing he would change. I pursued my own things too, so it was easy just to let him be. It's not like you can stop an artist from painting if he wants to paint. Plus, being with an artist is fascinating. I can't say that I hated it. Art schools are full of all sorts of posers and pretentious schmucks, but true artists are lovely people in general. I think that's why your teacher has taken such a shine to our little kitten. She really has the makings of an artist, and a good one at that. She wants to paint, she must paint.
Quite so. She's the best student I've ever had.
It's just about her finding her own way. Now, maybe that's why I wanted to give her this chance. If she goes to an art school, it would be good for her. Artistic expression is about finding one's own place to be, your own limits, and then working with that to expand them, to break them, whatever works best. But you have to know the limits of what you can do, your best limits.
Yeah, and that's the point here. This opportunity isn't just for Rin to do this. The point behind this is, yeah, I'm giving you, like, fine, I will give you a shot in this as an art exhibition. Because look, this woman has hundreds of art exhibitions a year. It is not that big of deal to her if she has one bad art exhibition.
Yeah.
But the point behind this is, for Rin, this is everything. Not just in that, like, this is an important thing that she should do if she really wants to be an artist, but it's important to set those limits of saying whether she can do this or not. Because she might come out of this and realize she can't do it. That it was something that she got 80% there or 100% there, but didn't like doing it. And so she says, I'm not going to do that again. But now she knows where her limits are. Or she might say, that was super easy, and I enjoyed every part of it, and I'm going to go and do more.
Anyway, long story short.
Very short.
Yeah, short. My husband was a person without these kinds of limits. An unique individual. but a human being can't endure a thing like that.
Okay, hold on. I know that like you say like an elephant or like an apple, so vowels tend to start with like an vowel word, but an unique doesn't sound right.
He died young. After he was gone, I used to me he's. I couldn't stand the studio
like
anymore.
That's fine.
And tried to forget it. That kind of thing happened. You could say that this flame was bright but brief. The story comes to an abrupt end, but it doesn't seem like she's going to go any further.
Yeah.
Namiya toys with the invitation cards laying on the table as if doing something just for the sake of doing. But what if Ren is like your husband too? Yeah. What if she's a person who has unlimited potential?
Yeah, and historic doesn't make sense to me, but a unique individual sounds much better than an unique individual.
We're being grammar Nazi.
Well, I think the problem
that's very old.
I think the problem is it's not that it starts with the letter U. It's that unique starts with a Y sound.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it'd be like N university. It's like, yes, it's correct to say I go to N university, but no one says that. You say I go to a university.
Yeah, it does sound kind of weird.
You starting with a Y sound doesn't sound right with with an in front of it.
Say's hand twitches, and I see once more that she welling up in her eyes. It's the look she gets when she watches Ren. The look by which she remembers her husband. I doubt it. Say stands up and digs in the pocket. Wait, she wasn't standing? Of her jacket for a cigarette and a lighter. She was leaning against the wall.
Because, like, I'm trying to think of the word under. Like, an under sounds better. Like, if you said something that starts like the sound of you.
Her hands are shaking. Her heart's pounding. I'm going out for a smoke. Wordlessly, Nomiya and I both decide to follow her after a moment. I wanted to be left alone. Go back into the... It's already dark outside, and the weather outside is frightful. Say is standing with her back to us, taking sharp, occasional drags of her cigarette. Its weak amber glow illuminates her face. Can I bum one of those?
No.
No. I told you not to mention that around Nomiya. No, you told Ren not to mention that around Nomiya.
He's not that stupid. This man is not that much of a main character. Hello, Mr. B. Can you ask something random? Sure, probably.
Do. Framing her sharp jawline.
Maybe it's best to call it a night. I can give you a lift back to school if you want, Nakai.
No, it's Hakai. You're not going anywhere, Senichi. I need a drink. We're going to that place at the corner. The teacher looks at the old lady.
Yeah.
And tries at me.
I mean, look.
Apologetically.
What? Like, yeah. Of course, he thinks of her as an old lady. He being Nakai.
It's so good.
Can I say, Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle as if you were on Wheel of Fortune? Sure. Give me a second.
It's no problem. I'll just catch the bus back. I'm headed upstairs to see if Ren will come back to the school with me. Anyway, I think she's been staying overnight here too often lately.
Pat, I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Is it fetus in the toilet bowl? She locks the front door of the gallery and links arms with the old art teacher. I feel strange.
I appreciate you. I
appreciate you.
I don't know why that makes me laugh so much, but thanks, Mr. B.
I wonder what it
Don't use that for anything inappropriate.
feels like to have friends who've been with you for decades, for most of your life. I can't imagine it, because I can't hold Ren's hand. The two of them start making
I didn't even
their
clip
way-
it. Okay, good enough.
The two of them start making their way down the street towards the bar on the corner, so I quickly head upstairs to the studio door, ready to get to what I originally came
I
here
assumed
for.
it was Mr. B, but I felt like making the joke.
Oh, it's just for my amusement.
Oh my god. You are not
Climb
listening.
upstairs and enter.
You are not listening!
She's not there. The room is dark because of the quickly falling night, but I can see Ren, or rather her silhouette, sitting on the
save
floor.
for a second. Just to see. I just want to make sure that we're in the... Okay.
Says delirium.
Yep. Okay, that's what I thought. So yeah,
Delirious.
there's only a couple chapters left.
So she's got her inspiration back, like Say said, and moved from easel to painting on the floor. Before I managed 5 steps, I stop, frozen in my tracks. The ironic realization that human cognitive ability is commendable echoes through my mind. For a mere moment of her shadow, it took me a fraction of a second to realize something is that's not eerie. Awry. Process what I'm seeing.
A mere movement of her shadow.
Formulant the answer and blush all the way up to the tips of my ears. She's not naked, is she?
Oh, please. Oh my god.
Ren is... Oh no, she's in depression. Ren is sitting on the floor with her legs under her. She moves with... Is that you?
No, I don't think you're blonde.
Motion.
I thought we passed this scene. No, we're not at this scene. We've not passed whatever scene this is.
She moves in rhythmical motions back and forth, slowly grinding herself.
We're in
against
delirium.
herself. Her breathing is so heavy, it's almost visible in the dim light. It's the heavy painting of one who doesn't have the option of breathing gracefully. Her hips, mere shadows against the dim light shining on her from above, are swinging circularly over and over again. I think about it over and over again. She hasn't noticed me. So engrossed she is in her activity. The deadlock solves itself before I get a chance to think what to do next. Is she going crazy? Something in the atmosphere of the room changes. A little thing. Not consciously noticeable, but it changes. Perhaps a timid current from the open door, or a minute change. Minute change in the air pressure. The sound of my breathing, even though I notice I haven't taken a breath for many seconds. The aura of my presence. We should just get Lieutenant Joe Kignut to read this because he's this descriptive. Like,
I'm surprised you didn't say we should just get J.R.R. Tolkien to read this.
Whoever out there is the most descriptive person would fit Hakai's
I
character.
would not say that this is that descriptive, but like it is.
But
it is
I'm just
on
saying-
it is on the more descriptive side, obviously.
I'm just saying, like, you seem like you stand here for an hour just thinking, looking at this and doing nothing.
Well, if Dew on the Grass is giving a "Oh Christ, I thought we passed this" scene, I think there might be a reason he's being this descriptive.
That something catches Ren's senses. She stops moving, freezes, and slowly turns to the door. She's crying, isn't she? I imagine not see the horror on her face, like a fawn's eyes staring at a hunter. I imagine not seeing.
Yeah, no, he's saying that he's saying it's dark and he can't actually see the horror on her face from where he is, but he imagines it. Like he can picture the horror on her face even without. This should be worded as I picture the horror on her face, like a fawn's eyes staring at the hunter. But it's too dark to see, or something. It needs, there's a rewording needs to happen here.
I imagine not seeing has just as much.
He's done nothing but read books for a year. It's bound to rub off on him eventually. No pun intended. No, you're fine, dude.
I wonder if Ren can see my expression.
How does that even work?
But at least she doesn't have the strength or the spirit to look straight in my eyes. So she droops her chin against her chest, letting her mess
How
of
flexible
a hair
are her
hide
feet?
her face from me even further. I feel like I should either walk out or walk to her, but I can't do either.
I'm frozen in place.
I told you to stay away. I feel like we're playing Resident Evil. Evie's trying to take hold of me. Her words are defeated, painful, as if she was suffering. She said she wanted to destroy herself.
Well,
this is the battlefield. Rin doesn't have anything other than her shirt on.
Yep.
I can see the last wisp of the twilight against the pale skin of her thigh.
I think you can see a lot more than the last wisp of twilight.
Yeah, there's no way I can back off anymore. I lost that chance, so
yeah.
I do the next best thing. I quickly avert my gaze, even though Ren doesn't see what I'm looking at. I'm sorry, I didn't think. It's not like that. Her voice is raspy, shivering from held-back tears or something else. She's shaking, looking like she is physically in pain. It's not like that, Oh, and
here we go.
I have no idea what it means to change, but I know you have no idea what I've had to do and all the things that passed through, and I think I forgot. I really don't. They just swelled up inside and grow until they flow out like it of everything that has ever been wrong. I can't take it. I can't think of things I want because there's only so many things that I can think. For 6, 7 doesn't matter. Never enough. I have to let this out. I have to destroy, forget it, and nothing else. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Ren is mumbling her words into the air more than talking to me. It is rambling, ranting, raving speech of a lunatic. Even and steady in tone, but taking the form of a never-ending stream of words, almost simultaneously spawning from between her lips. It feels like she forgot it was me who was present, or that someone actually is present. Maybe she vaguely recognizes what is real and what is not. Maybe in her mind, I am a voice inside her head. I look down at Ren's sorry figure, cowering on the floor and only the white shirt of her usual attire on. It neither preserves her modesty that is gone nor her body warmth that she doesn't seem to care about. She looks more broken than I imagined a person being capable of.
I'm pretty sure I could easily imagine someone more broken than this. Like,
it's easy, watch. Just breaks my arm.
To be fair, she doesn't have 2 arms, so you're gonna have to break a few more things than that.
Okay.
But that's not the point. I was being metaphorical. Let's move on, shall we?
I am not metaphorical.
That's the problem. Let's move on, shall we?
Have given me some real perspective on that.
You have a lot of perspective right now, dude.
I remember the hazy blue smoke and myself wondering what Ren would do for the sake of her arc. I mean, this is arc 3. Okay, let's continue arc 3. The realization that Ren really is always serious hits me with its entire weight. She really and truly would destroy herself if her art required it. Ooh. I thought she was so silly with her strange ways, talking about personal change as if it was something sudden and concrete, like waking up.
Yep.
I had no idea.
Yeah, to her, it literally is.
This is her, laid bare in front of my eyes and all possible meanings of the word.
Yeah.
And yet you haven't gone over to her and gave her a freaking hug.
To be fair, he's kind of stuck
I know.
thinking about this for a minute.
Complete isolation here in the top floor of this building, in this room, in her mind, day after day, working on her paintings with no heed paid to anything else, breaking herself to reach that which she wishes to reach.
And I would like to point out that the museum curator seems to think that this is nothing like her husband.
This obscene act that she does for reasons I'm not sure she herself understands.
Which, if this isn't anything like her husband, dear God, how did you marry that man?
You put a ring on it.
Look, if she's trying to say Rin is nothing like her husband, I can only assume her husband was 1,000 times worse than this.
Why does she have to do this? I'm trying to connect the pieces, but I don't understand. I don't understand it. I feel sad, scared, excited, disgusted, worried, and a number of other emotions I can't remember the name of. I feel I feel complicated because I'm
conflicted,
a character.
but they're same thing. You know what? It's the same fucking thing. Complicated, conflicted, same goddamn thing here.
I'm a complicated
You
character.
probably also feel horny right now, although, maybe that's a bit covered up by the fact that everything else.
You know what? I'm going to go. Sorry for bothering you, by the way. I should go. I'm really sorry. It doesn't matter. My voice is dry and quiet, like sandpaper coming out of my throat. I really am sorry. Sorry for saying this. I don't want to see Rin like this. All I can see is her sadness, her stress, and despair is what a limit means. How could Sei and Nomiya let Rin go this far? Or is it me who is to blame?
Yeah,
Hugs! I almost walk out right there, but at the last moment, I turn around, steal myself.
Yeah, gonna need to steal yourself for this, man.
Is the one with is steel with A the actual material?
Steel with E is the material, and also the steel one myself in this case is saying harden myself, as in be prepared. So, EL is correct. Steal AL is theft. So.
Okay, so it doesn't. Would it matter?
Yes.
Okay.
When you say you steal yourself, you use the EL as in the material. As in to make yourself like steel.
Okay.
That's why that's called that.
Steal myself. I steal myself and okay.
Yeah.
And walk to Ren to crouch down behind her and lightly touch her forehead. No, that's a full-on hug, my dude.
Not only is that a full-on hug, you are directly looking down her shirt in this shot. There's no possible way your head and eyes are not looking directly down.
She doesn't resist or react. Now watch her react by talking to me. Never mind. I can't leave her like this. She's not well. She feels like she has a fever, freezing cold and burning hot at the same time. I wonder if she got sick from staying out all night with me back then. Seems she's prone to getting ill. There's a blanket on the couch, but I wrap my arms around Ren instead of fetching it. She does not resist my clumsy hug, only slumps her head lower, deepening the shadows, hiding her face from me. What are you doing? Nothing. Giving you a hug like you gave me on the roof that one night. I'm not embracing her out of love, nor out of forgiveness. Am I in love, or is she sorry? I just want to hug her.
Yeah.
Yes. Hug.
It's literally like you need a hug. You probably need a lot more, but you desperately need a hug.
Only the full power of a lasting love hug.
So, again, this is not love. This is straight up, you need a hug right now because you have not had human interaction in months, and you desperately need human interaction. and need to understand you need human interaction.
Hug. For a moment, the only sound in the room is her heavy breathing. My body warmth shared between two people is barely enough, but slowly, painfully slowly, it spreads from me to her. Small warmth returning to Ren makes me more conscious of her body against mine. Even in the darkness, I can feel the fleeting
I think horny is starting to rise up a little bit.
The sweat on her skin, the dread paint stuck in her shirt. Thank God we have what's it called? Something we have it censored. We have censored on. I feel the hardness of her bones and the softness of her flesh. Flesh, guys, flesh! Her heart beats echoing mine out of rhythm just like always. The hot blood rushing inside me reminds me, this is how you remind me. Why I said what I said back then. Why I came here even after that. Why I am here tonight again. Why I am hugging her now to keep her safe against the cold and the sadness. Also because she gave me a hug on the roof. Ren has really grown on me inside my heart, claiming a small part of it as her own without even particularly trying.
Yeah.
Ren.
It's Finn, but Ren. Game over. Ren. Yeah. Ren. Remember how she talked about how she she collects people?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, she's accidentally collected me.
Yeah. Ren. Head to Ganon.
No.
Even if she wanted to push me away, I can't help this feeling.
Also,
I can't.
Also, it'd be kind of difficult in this position for her to push you away, especially with no arms.
Are you all right, Ren? I'm not. I think I broke. I painted some really good things. Incredible. But it hurt me. I can't handle this. It's too much pressure. Her voice cuts out as there are no more words for her to say. It's not an angry voice.
She found a point where she actually ran out of words in her brain.
Yeah.
She found the point where she could just say
whatever.
The thing she needed to say and then stopped because there's nothing left.
Nor a sad voice. It is a lifeless voice.
Yeah.
At her head and shoulders, the physical equivalent of saying there. It's not like I could reassure her with the sweet nothings that people are supposed to say in this kind of situation.
I think that sweet nothings are the exact opposite of what you should say in this kind of situation.
I'm not sure if she would even listen or be reassured.
There is the kind of thing you say when you dropped your phone on the ground and it shattered. Not the reaction you give when you have lost the ability to understand human interaction and have basically had the life sucked out of you. That's not a there moment.
No, my 128 gigs.
Just yeah, like
oh, she didn't react much to my embrace either, as if she didn't care. Maybe she doesn't. At least she doesn't care if she looks sad or not. There are no facades, no attempts to explain herself, no faux happiness. Ren is honest. Hisao, what is it? You're my friend, right? Uh-huh. Will you do me a favor? Stay away. I can't fix this. I'm not finished yet. Her voice is a mere whisper, but the strength her last is in it, delivering her meaning much more clearly than her words. I can feel Ren's heart beating against my chest like a scared little bird. Her entire body is shivering from her fear, from her despair. My brain is fast becoming overloaded with the myriad of thoughts this encounter spawned, but I have to push them all aside. I snuggle my nose against her. I'm sorry. earlobe, which is soft and cold, and her hair, which smells good and tickles me. I told you not that ear! Alright, I'll do it. Do what? Do what exactly?
She hasn't even said what.
I whisper in her ear reassuringly, trying to make her calm down. It works at least halfway as Rin closes her eyes and leans against me as if searching comfort for my warmth. But this is not something a French What is happening? What is happening?
Look, if you don't understand the context of this scene, just keep going through the scene.
Oh, God!
Thank you for spelling that out, dude on the grass.
You want me to allow that, or?
Sure. I was like, sure, why not?
I mean, he's not using it in, like, a mean way. He's explaining
He's using the medical terminology.
This is the medical terminology.
It's like...
Oh, Jesus Christ. We can't be friends anymore?
Just keep going.
I don't know if I should.
Well, you're here now, so...
Damn it, I signed a contract with Two Bros Game Night and must play on. It's fine, don't worry about it, just relax. No. No.
It's censored.
No way. Even though I said that, I'm on the verge of breaking
I
this.
can't imagine why! Here, you wanted a dating sim. Well, here's the fucking date.
This is well beyond the date.
Yeah, well...
Holy shit.
Rin here doesn't do normal things like dates.
I think Blue Skies was more of a dating sim than this. Like, holy shit.
Rin's route breaks people. Yeah, I can't imagine... Yeah, like
I don't.
You wanna know why it's so hard to get here? This is why it's so hard to get here.
Like, I'm not hating this.
You had to deny everything else to get here, and now you've got it.
Like, again, I don't hate this, but I hate that he's doing it now.
There's not gonna be a better time, man.
Apparently not. If I wasn't so nervous, I would laugh at my own nervousness. No. You shouldn't do anything. You just shouldn't say a thing. Please stop talking and stop thinking. We know what's happening, game. Move on! She wants to be comforted, and I want to comfort her.
Yeah, just... Yeah. Younger bro might take a break on this.
But in this way, I move my hand lower, touching the naked skin of her stomach. Oh, God. Caressing her my hand.
Look, it says it's censored. It didn't say it changed the context of the scenes.
Muscles contract terribly, mating my touch, but soon they find their...
How in the hell are you gonna have a conversation after this point?
I got nothing. Love. Cuttlefish? What the fuck's that cuttlefish to do with it?
You wanted censored. There's the censor.
Oh, I get it. Cuddle.
Yep.
Ha. Ha. Funny, very inappropriate. Just skip it. Ren grasps her breath like she is drowning.
Yeah.
Returning to reality because she has
drowning in her skin.
Why is this the late thing?
Can't look at that right now, but I will look at it later.
Her entire body is still in the throes.
Throes, yeah. I'm not sure that's
moment.
actually how you spell that. Unclear. I'll look it up later.
I've never seen this version.
I still thought you spelled throws with a W even in this situation, but I might be wrong in this case.
Yeah, I've never.
Just like I'm wrong about Ann University.
Yeah, I've never seen it spelled with an ES. No, that's a real word.
Well, I know it's a real word. I just didn't know that you used it in this context in that spelling. So.
Pearls of sweat are glistening on her forehead.
And everywhere else.
Couldn't imagine. I am feeling my own heat inside of me. But now the spur of the moment is gone. And I don't know what to say to Ren, who is
panting.
I thought it said painting. I'm like, you
well,
better
no,
not
she
be
did
painting.
paint. She painted the floor white.
And hot and ecstatic in my arms. Her shirt wet. Yeah, she wanted to be destroyed. Jesus Christ.
Look, if that's what she wanted, they could have had a much easier arrangement than this.
Wet with sweat is glued to her back, revealing hints of her shoulder blades and waistline. She feels limp, weak, exhausted.
Good.
I couldn't
fucking good.
imagine. You're making her...
Go get her a damn blanket.
Like, doing that, you make her feel worse, you stupid bastard.
No, I don't think she's quite capable of feeling worse in this scenario. Like, at this point, I think she's beyond feeling worse. She's broken past worse into feeling nothing at all.
Maybe I just misunderstood main character. I guess he was at death's door, so he's going for broke. Like, in his life now. He's like, well, almost died. Let's try everything. I reach out
for
the blanket and wrap it around her and me.
Good, perfect. Thank you.
Ren doesn't resist me. She is drained of all strength.
No shit. Can't imagine.
What will happen now? I don't know.
Good question. You know, that's a great question.
Honestly, I'm surprised you said anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised you are talking right now.
I don't know. Nothing, I suppose. You look tired. I am tired. It feels strange. Oh, I need a drink. Even though this isn't booze right now.
It wouldn't help.
I'm not drunk enough for this scene. Even though I always act drunk.
Look,
Anyway.
I told you this game was real. It's fucking real.
You can't get more real than this.
Yeah.
Like, this is probably the most realistic dating sim.
This
that
game,
could be out
look,
there.
you wanted your 100% game. This game went to 120%. It's like, let me just go right past where you expect this game to end. This is the third act.
Yeah, I just
Like-
wish when they...
This
Hit
is why
censored.
censor is in the game. It censors the visuals.
I wish it would cut out all
You
instances
cannot
of
cut
this.
out this. You cannot cut this out of the game.
Maybe they tried to kind of make it work, so like, fuck it, imply it.
No, all of the dialogue doesn't change in these things. It's just the visuals.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to do anything like this until like Act 4. Like,
Well, it's Ren.
fair. I mean, something else than my... Sorry, I mean something else than my
Marital.
marital purity. Don't say something like that. Neither of those things. I don't want to lose you. Oh, that's nice. What does that mean? I'm not going anywhere. I'm afraid that you are. All the time.
Yeah.
In that moment, I felt that it was not only Ren who lost something of hers, I felt like I was losing a part of myself, or maybe all of me. But if you were to ask what was it that I lost, I couldn't say, because I had already forgotten it. I broke another promise by coming out with my honest feelings to Ren. That's 2 in 1 day.
Yep.
I hate the distance between you and me. So every day it gets a little bit closer. I become afraid of losing it. Basically, you telling me to stay away destroyed me.
Yeah, that's...
And I think she'd understand that. Unfortunately, the character is not smart enough to say that.
No.
Anyway, that's weird. Guess so. Do you mind if I sleep a little? No, I guess you don't. Like, oh, gee, don't you? Even after that.
Just like, you know, initially I don't think I did, and yet somehow here we are.
You liked watching, don't you? She closes her eyes and swallows with a loud gulp, trying to relax herself, fighting against the urge to paint. Yes, yes I do. We sleep together. Actually sleep, not that kind of sleep together. Sleep, closing eyes and going to bed.
Gonna say, like...
Ren moves her body in my arms, searching for a comfortable position, or very uncomfortable position. She leans against me, closing her eyes, and lets one last long breath out before settling into the steady rhythm of sleep. Yeah, I think she was very frustrated about all this.
Yep.
And that frustration consumed her.
Yep. Ain't that goddamn true?
Yeah, with her last moment of awareness, she whispers something to me, but I can't hear it. Ren drifts deeper into sleep, deeper than the holler, with a deep sigh that releases all remaining tension from her muscles. I try to shift around to place both of us more comfortably. It takes a while, but I don't want to wake Ren. Even though she probably wouldn't. But eventually I find a position I am somewhat comfortable with. I lean against the soft cushions of the couch and breathe in the cool air of the studio. Ren's head rests against my chest as if she were listening to my heartbeats. I mean, she does like to do that. Echoes of her dream ripple as small twitches on her face, like a cat sleeping the mouse hunter's dream. Mouse hunter's dream, what's that?
As in a dream where a cat is hunting mice.
I kind of figured that, but I don't know if that was like referencing something.
No.
The full moon, shining her pale light upon us from beyond. How do you know it's a female? From beyond the skylight reflects from a blanket. Standing forgotten eyes. All the rosary happened.
The answer to that question is because Luna is a girl's name.
I know. Its whiteness is glowing against the dark night of the studio. And we sleep away the rest of Act 3.
Okay, now is about the time where he should be ending, but I kind of need to see
if it goes to Act 4.
Well, no, Act 4, there's still another scene. I just need to see if they Okay, good. So they do start here.
Through the grogginess of...
Hisau's an angsty poetic mess, yeah.
Through the grogginess of a freshly awakened mind, I can observe my surroundings only one thing at a time. Yeah.
One thing being, I'm under a blanket. Second thing being, Ren is under a blanket. Third thing, we are under the same blanket.
We're at the end of the stream. But still, I'm surprised we didn't go into Act 4 immediately.
There's a decision before Act 4. Basically, you can fail before Act 4. So there's an end, the bad end is before you go to Act 4.
I hope I don't get the bad end.
Yeah, well, there's one choice that, like, you're down to the last two choices in the game. Okay. There's one choice, and that one choice gets you the bad end, or you continue, and then the choice afterwards gets you the good or the neutral end.
Okay. Well, that is going to have to be it for today's episode. So like and subscribe to YouTube and Twitch. Comment to your videos if you do read them. Follow on Twitch, and we'll see you guys in the next Katawa Shoujo. Goodbye.
Good night, everyone.